the difference between street business and the music business. Well, having participated on both businesses in my life, I would say there's only a few differences between the street business and the music business. And one of the differences is that I've experienced is that, you know, the street business, your life is on the line at all times. You understand? When you tell somebody you're gonna do something, you do it. When you tell somebody, when you make a business deal in the streets, you need to deliver exactly what you said. You know what I'm saying? There is no way for you to play games or do things out of character. Your life is on the line at all times in the street business. So like, if you're gonna make a deal and you're gonna say you're gonna deliver something and you expect, you know, people are expecting for you to deliver that something. And if there's some money that you have to deliver, people are expecting for you to deliver that money or product, whichever one it is. And your life is on the line at all times. So you have to make sure that you always deliver, you don't break your word, and you do what you're supposed to. In the music business, people don't tend to keep their word. I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody, but people are more prone to breaking their word, agreeing on something, and then turning back on that something. It's a lot of shady shit going on in the music business. In the street business, there is shady shit going on, but it's a lot less because your life is on the line. In the music business, your life is not on the line. You know what I'm saying? It's not on the line. Sometimes not even in the relationship is on the line, depending who you're dealing with. Because you have sometimes music industry people that are accustomed of doing bad business. They both do bad business, so they get together to do a business deal. The other one fucks them out of a deal at that moment, and then 6 months or a year down the line, they're doing business again. And to them, it doesn't even matter that you fucked them out of the deal or that you did something to hurt them on a business deal. So that's one of the differences that I see between the street business and the music business, which was a shock to me, because I started off in the street business, transitioned over to the music business, and for me, my word, and still till today, my word is my bond. When I give my word, that's what it is. Even if I gotta die, I gotta do what I say I'm gonna do. Even if I gotta go broke, if I gotta sell whatever I gotta do to keep my word, that's what I gotta do. But it was a shock to me, when I came in the music business and I started doing business with people, how they would do things, they would do shady shit, and break their word, do this, do that, and coming from where I come from, I wanted to kill these people, but obviously left that life to go in this life. I didn't want to get into any trouble, so I had to learn and adapt to the way these people do business, while keeping my integrity of how I do business. So that was one of the biggest shock that I experienced, coming into the music business from the streets. And but overall, the music business, once you are successful in the music business, it's like the streets. You have freedom to do whatever you want. You have the money to buy whatever you want. You don't really have like a set schedule that you have to abide by. You're basically free. You basically, get to go whatever you want, do whatever you want. So in that way, the music business and the street business is very similar, where you have the ability to make large amounts of money. You're able to do and move around how you want to move around. And you have a lot of freedom to do the things that you want to do, So I'm very thankful to God that I'm in the music business today, the music and entertainment business today. And I hope to God that I'm able to be in this business for as long as I'm alive, Because I don't want to go back to the other business ever, you know what I'm saying? I've escaped that, or rather I would say God saved me from that. So I'm hoping to be able to stay in this business for as long as I'm alive, you know? The music and entertainment business. Yeah.